Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com bringing you the What's in My Soccer Bag video for February 2016. Now for those that are unfamiliar with this series, this is where I go through and pick out the very best items that I found myself using throughout the previous month by filling up an entire soccer bag with apparel, equipment, as well as footwear. So it's a highlight of all the best products over the last month. Not necessarily products that I used all at the same time, but products that I thought were worthy of being highlighted in this particular series. Now, of course, all of the products that you see in today's video, you can purchase for yourself by clicking the very first link down below in the description of this video. That's going to take you to the What's in My Soccer Bag page on my website, where you will find buy it now links for each individual item, along with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick them up below their normal retail price. So again, if you see something in this video that you perhaps want to purchase for yourself, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get into the What's in My Soccer Bag video for February 2016. So for the month of February, I actually ended up picking up a brand new duffel bag. This is from Adidas. It's what they call their team issue duffel bag. This is the large size. It's a brand new duffel bag from Adidas, and I mean, it's a duffel bag, so there's nothing that exciting about it. What I like about this one, though, is it's very big. It's particularly long, which is great because, again, you can kind of hold everything you could possibly want inside. It's got a big pocket on the front. It's got two big side pockets. The materials are really nice. The bottom is lined in this water resistant, I don't want to say 100% waterproof, but water resistant type material. So if you have to put your bag in wet grass or it's raining or something like that, it does keep all of the stuff inside particularly dry. And it's got these really, really nice high quality zippers, which is always nice. This guy has a retail price of $60 US, so it is kind of on the higher side of things as far as duffel bag prices go, but the quality is definitely there. This also does come in a couple different colors, this one being the black one, I believe. So open up the bag and take a look at what's on the inside, because that is obviously what everyone is here to see. And the first item that I have here is, again, an item that I've been using for quite some time now. These are the Storelli Body Shield slider shorts. Not going to get into too much detail on these, but essentially what they are compression shorts, which I really like to wear when playing any kind of sport or just doing physical activity in general, with the added benefit of pour-on foam inserts running down the side of either leg. So you get that little bit of extra protection with no visible bulk or really any bulk that you can feel either. They retail for about $54 US, which is fairly pricey, but they're really, really good. In my opinion, the best soccer-specific compression shorts that money can buy. As far as training shirts go, I ended up picking up this shirt, which I thought was really, really nice. This is the Nike GPX training top, but it's the Neymar version. So as you guys can see, it's this reddish orange color. It's technically bright crimson. And on the back of the shirt, you're going to find that same graphic that we saw on the most recent Neymar signature colorway release of the Hypervenom Phantom 2. So again, it's got that kind of hand holding a heart graphic logo thing on the back, which is really, really nice. The back material is actually kind of like a really lightweight open mesh, while the front is more of like a dry fit material, solid in color. It's kind of this reddish orange shade, and it's really, really high quality, nice and lightweight. It's got a nice kind of athletic fit to it, so it's fitted in all the right areas. Very comfortable to wear, and it looks the part too. You can wear this casually as well as for training. This guy has a retail price of $45 US, which is not cheap, but it's not too bad in all honesty, especially considering that it is a fairly unique piece of apparel with the Neymar graphic there on the back. So move that off to the side and we'll move on to a pair of shorts. These are brand new shorts from Nike, an entirely new line. They retail for $50 US, so they're really, really expensive. It's the Nike Strike GPX woven shorts. So it's kind of the shorts that go with that particular training top, the GPX series, if you will. So for $50, what you're getting is this really nice, super thin dry fit material. You can see that it does have this kind of unique design that I thought was pretty cool looking. It's a solid color with a different kind of accent color in this fade graphic at the very bottom here. These ones happen to be black and gray, as you guys can see. You got the embroidered Nike swoosh on the one side, the black stripes, which is kind of more of an open mesh material going down the sides of the legs. It does have zipper pockets, which I kind of like. You don't need them while you're playing, obviously, but if you want to wear them casually or even for training and you perhaps want to have something in your pockets, it's nice that you do have the ability to actually have pockets. Plus, it does have a zipper so you can close up and seal whatever's on the inside. It doesn't have a liner inside the shorts for those that will ask. And like I said, they're really nice shorts. For $50, they're very, very pricey. So I guess if you like how they look, they're worth a buy. But if you're just looking for something cheaper, obviously there are cheaper options out there that are going to get the same job done. Now, of course, it's February, so it's still cold outside. So I ended up picking up this as kind of a long sleeve option when I was outside or just in colder environments in general. This is from Puma. It's what they call their Evo Training hoodie for 2016. This is available in a couple different colorways. This one happens to be kind of like a navy blue with orange accents. And what I like about this is the material. It's their dry cell material, which is this kind of textured, almost mesh-like material that has a slight kind of bit of stretchiness to it. It's a very fitted hoodie, which is really, really nice. So while it's a hoodie, which generally means that it's going to be very bulky, it does have the hood, as you guys can see. It's very fitted, but not restrictive in any way. It's a nice stretchy material, like I mentioned. It has the ability to breathe, but also is surprisingly warm, given that it is kind of thin as far as just, I guess, hoodie material is concerned. It has a quarter zip right here at the top, so you can open that up if you like it to be a little bit more vented, or if you want to close it up if it's a little bit colder, you do have that option. And the back, for the most part, is left kind of blank. It just has the Evo Training graphic there, and it does have the kind of vertical stripe going down the middle with the two embroidered lines, which I think looks really good and just makes the shirt fit really, really nicely. This guy has a retail price of $65 US, and if you're just looking for a nice training hoodie that, again, you can wear casually as well just because it does look the part, that's one I can very strongly recommend. As far as pants go, I've really been a big fan of these, so I picked up another pair. These are basically the same pants that I used last month or were featured in last month's What's in My Soccer Bag video. These are the Nike Strike pants. They retail for $80, which is very expensive for pants of any kind, really. But what I like about these is they're soccer-specific tapered pants. So at the bottom, obviously the ankle is more tight, so you don't have any kind of sloppiness at the bottom around your shoes. It's just better. No extra bulk, nothing getting in your way. But what I like about this is it doesn't have a zipper. So unlike other Nike pants or the very popular Adidas Tiro pants where you do have that zipper, I'm sure everyone has experienced it at some point in time. Sometimes the ball just hits you right on the end of that zipper and you feel it on your ankle. It's uncomfortable, it kind of hurts, and it's a little bit annoying. It's a little bit of extra bulk that doesn't necessarily need to be there. So you don't have that with these pants, which is really nice. This colorway is different than what I featured last month. These ones are navy blue with kind of like a more royal blue accent color. You can see it's got a little bit of royal blue here at the back of the calf. Then you have a royal blue swoosh on the front, as well as this royal blue kind of tape stripe going down the side of either leg with the perforations. Really, really cool. I like the blue on blue look. And then it's got an elasticated band, black in color. It does have the pull ties inside, and it does have two pockets as well with a zipper to close them up. Plus the material of these pants, it's really, really nice. It's super thin and has this nice stretchiness to it. So they're nice and lightweight, will keep you warm in cold weather environments, and they're just super non-restrictive and just very comfortable to wear in general. Plus they look the part. So again, like a lot of this apparel, you spend a little bit of extra money, get some nicer looking stuff, and if you want to wear it casually, you do have that option just because it's really good looking stuff. Now, again, for cold weather, you kind of need base layers. That's for me a necessity if you're trying to stay warm. So what I picked up this month is a compression shirt from Under Armour. This is the Cold Gear Compression Mock in what is listed as a neon green online, but as you guys can see, it's a very, very bright kind of neon yellow color. It's almost obnoxiously bright. I was really, really surprised when it actually showed up. I used it not on its own, but the sleeves were exposed, and the sleeves are blindingly bright. But what's great about this is it's nice and fitted, which is what you would expect from anything that's labeled as a compression top. So you have nice compression through the middle as well as on the arms and just sleeves in general. But it's super warm because of how tight it fits. The material is really, really nice on the inside. It's almost like a fleece material, very comfortable to wear. It absorbs a lot of moisture, so I will say with any kind of compression top, if you wear it for 2 hours, you get really sweaty. It's a little bit difficult to take off, but like I said, the amount of warmth that it provides while you're playing outside is significant. So this is, like I said, the mock compression top from Under Armour. It's available in a couple different colors, this being the most obnoxious of the bunch, but it has a retail price of $50 US, and if you're just looking for something to keep you nice and warm as a base layer for your upper body, this is one that at $50, while not particularly cheap, that's not too expensive either as far as base layers go, and it's very, very effective at keeping you warm. Another base layer, or another piece of base layer, kind of apparel that I found myself using, or really have been using for the last couple of months, are some compression 3/4 tights. Now these are also from Under Armour. They have a retail price of $35, which is relatively inexpensive, and this is technically their heat gear line, so it's not really geared towards keeping you particularly warm, but it does provide that little bit of extra warmth just because it's an extra layer of material that you wouldn't otherwise have. These are available in black and white. These ones happen to be white. I haven't used them very much just because I didn't want them to get too dirty for this video, but I do have another black pair that I've been wearing quite a bit. And like I said, for $35, this is really one of the better values as far as 3/4 compression tights go. What I like about these is you get the extra warmth from having that compression gear covering your legs, but you don't have the extra bulk around your ankles like you would have with full-length compression pants. So for me, I like how it looks. I prefer how this feels over full-length compression pants, and for $35, you absolutely cannot go wrong with a pair of these. Definitely worth a look if you find that your legs are a little bit colder during the winter time or just in cold weather situations, and you don't want anything that's too bulky to keep you nice and warm. As far as other kind of cold weather gear is concerned, I picked up these brand new gloves. Now these are technically not field player gloves, although you can use them as field player gloves. Also from Under Armour, they are the Engage Cold Gear infrared gloves. They retail for about $20 US, so they're relatively inexpensive, but they're super nice. The backhand is pretty much just a straight up kind of stretchy material like you would expect from this type of glove, but the index finger as well as the top part of the hand does have this kind of cloth-like material, so you can wipe off sweat, which is really, really nice. It's just going to absorb that. And then the palm, as you guys can see, does have this kind of rubberized material for the two main fingers and the thumb, as well as part of the palm as well. So you do get that a nice amount of grip when you need to throw the ball or just hold the ball in general in your hands. Plus the inside has their infrared technology, which I have featured on this channel before as far as just making a video explaining what it's all about. But for whatever reason, this infrared stuff that they've incorporated on a lot of their apparel, while it is expensive, not particularly on these gloves, it's super effective at keeping you warm. I don't know what it is, but anything that I've ever tried Under Armour infrared, it's really amazing. So if you're looking for some really warm field player gloves, these are some that I can very strongly recommend. It also has the 3M reflective Under Armour graphic on the backhand as well, which I think is kind of cool looking. But that's pretty much it for the gloves. Another piece of apparel, again for cold weather, whether you're playing or even just running or jogging or something like that. When it's cold outside, it generally tends to be windy as well. So having something to protect your neck and generally your face as well is something that's really, really important. This is a product from Storelli. It's their neck gaiter. It has a retail price of $22 or so with an SR4U coupon code. And essentially it's just an open tube, but it's this nice material that's relatively thin. It's very, very stretchy, but it does a really good job at keeping you warm and keeping the wind out around your neck as well as your face, depending on how you actually want to wear it. So you can have it just cover your neck. You can pull it up a little bit higher, cover your face. You can see it has the Storelli branding in yellow on the one side, gray on the other, so you don't have to be super flashy if you don't want to. It's just mostly black in color, but a really, really effective product at keeping you warm when it's really cold and windy outside. And again, a really good kind of soccer specific item if that's something that you're interested in. As far as training socks go, I ended up picking these as socks that I really, really like. I'm a big fan of the Nike Stadium series of socks, and these are basically Nike Stadium socks, but they come at a bit of a premium because they have the 3D printing on them. So again, part of the Neymar line, you can see his logo right there on the front, as well as the graphics that are obviously on the new Neymar shoe. This is the Nike Neymar digital print crew sock. It has a retail price of $30 US, which is very expensive for a pair of what is pretty much just high quality regular socks. You can get the regular Stadium ones for basically half the price, but this one does have the Neymar graphic printed on either sock, which is pretty cool. It's got that bright crimson color with the black detailing there. It's got targeted padding, left and right sock. It's got the little graphic going down the back, which I think looks pretty cool. And they're just super comfortable, high quality socks. that, again, you really can't go wrong with if you just need a good pair of training crew socks to practice in, which is generally what I like to wear. I don't normally wear full-length socks for practice. Crew socks are generally what I choose. And again, these ones are a little bit of a premium because they're $30 with that digital printing, but you can get a regular pair in the standard colorways for basically half the price. So unless you really want this colorway, you're just better off going for the regular variation. And then of course, True Socks, something that honestly I don't use all that much personally, but they're worth mentioning in these videos because it really is the only product of its kind. It does a very good job at eliminating slippage between your foot and the sock, as well as the sock and your shoe, just making for a more responsive sensation overall. A lot of people know about these. A lot of people have tried them out. They're not for everybody, I will admit that, but if you generally struggle with slippage on the inside of your shoes, these are definitely worth a look. They have a retail price of $40, so they're very expensive as far as socks go. But like I said, they're very, very effective at eliminating slippage and just kind of excess rubbing on the inside of your footwear. So if you struggle with those issues, True Socks are definitely worth a look. So we'll move that over to the side and move on to the next item that I didn't get to use that much this month. These are also from Storelli. These are the Body Shield leg sleeves. This is a product that I actually had a little bit of a hand in as far as the development is concerned. I have a review video on these if you just want to learn more specifically about this particular product. But essentially what they are sleeves to hold up your shin guard. So it's a sleeve with a built-in pocket that doesn't have a bottom. So basically what that means is you slide your shin guard in, it can't fall through the bottom of the sleeve, and the sleeve just basically holds itself in place really nicely. It has these rubberized grips on the top and bottom to help hold the sleeve in place. Plus it has the added benefit of pour-on foam inserts down the side of either leg, so you're getting a little bit of extra protection as well. These guys have a retail price of about $30 US, so relatively inexpensive. It basically eliminates the need to use tape on your shin guards to help hold them up. And if you do want a little bit of extra ankle protection as well, there is an extended version with the ankle protection made of pour-on foam. Now the reason why I didn't get to use these all that much this month is because for basically the entire month, I ended up using these new C6 Agility shin guards. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably familiar with the 3rd generation ones that have been included in the What's in My Bag series for quite some time now, and they probably will get included in next month's video. But for this month, this is a new product from C6 Agility. I did make a review video that went up about a week ago now. These are the C6 Agility Hex Elite Carbon Shin Guards. With an SR4U coupon code, you can pick them up for about $100, which makes this a very high-end, expensive shin guard. Not quite as expensive as their other one, but it's an interesting product in that it has this 3-bar design. It's high-quality carbon fiber, as you would expect, and then it has this hexagon pattern pour-on foam backing that just provides a lot of extra protection. Now the reason I didn't use these with the Storelli leg sleeves is because they are a little bit bigger, they are a little bit wider, so they don't necessarily fit inside of the sleeve. So included with these shin guards are some actual C6 Agility sleeves. This is a brand new product as well, and they work really, really well with the Hex Elite shin guard. So again, if you buy a pair of these, you're gonna get a pair of the sleeves included. And again, if you're just looking for a very kind of robust, high quality, premium shin guard, pretty much the last pair of shin guards that you're gonna ever need to buy. These are built like a tank, super high quality. Again, if you want more info, check out my review, but a really, really good shin guard product. If you want something that is not necessarily overly low profile, but is gonna provide tons and tons of protection. So move that right there and move on to the actual ball, which obviously you need in your soccer bag if you're gonna be playing soccer. This is the Finale Milano 2016 Champions League Finals ball. Really nice ball. It's really not too much different than what we've seen for the last couple of Champions League balls, aside from some slight differences in the graphics as well as a little bit of texturing changes in the actual panels themselves. But the general feel and performance, in my opinion, hasn't really changed at all. Really good looking ball in my opinion. I really like the Champions League match ball. Retail price is $160 US, so very expensive for an actual soccer ball, but it truly is the best of the best in terms of quality, performance, as well as durability. This was featured in my recent playtest video that went up. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably noticed it. And again, it's a really, really nice soccer ball, kind of the latest and greatest on offer from Adidas. So if you're a fan of the Champions League, if you really like this design, this is one of those ones that I would definitely recommend picking up. So move that over to the side. And then of course we're gonna move on to trainers. Now, I just made a video on these that went up on my channel relatively recently, but I've been using them the entire month. It's just that I didn't put the video up right away. These are the Nike Free 3.0 CR7 trainers, also known as the Free 3.0 Trainer version 4. This is just a CR7 variation that has some different graphics and colors, but these are absolutely amazing trainers. Super lightweight, very low profile. It's a Nike Free 3.0 training platform, so there's not a lot of extra cushioning. The sole is relatively flat. They're super flexible, and I love this upper. It's very thin, it's very comfortable. You can juggle the ball really nicely just because of how thin it is, if that's something that you want to do. Not saying you should buy these as dedicated soccer shoes, but whether you're running, jumping, sprinting, making quick cuts, changes of direction, pretty much anything you want to do, you can do in this particular shoe. Plus they are super comfortable as well. You can get this particular colorway on sale for about $95 US, or all the other regular colorways. Some of those are on sale, but the general retail price for this shoe is about $120. So not too bad as far as trainers go. And again, just a really high quality pair of low profile, lightweight, very flexible trainers. So we'll move those over to the side. And then we'll move on to actual soccer shoes. Now, I did play my fair share of indoor and turf soccer this month, just because it is winter time and you can't always play outside here, just because of how much snow there is. But when I was playing on turf or indoors, I haven't been testing out a lot of new indoor models. So generally my go-to shoe are these guys right here. These are the Adidas Mundial Team. This is the turf variation, and really for indoors, my other go-to is the Copa Indoor, also from Adidas. It's basically the indoor version of the shoe. Basically the only difference is the actual bottom, but not a new release by any means. You guys have probably seen coaches or perhaps other people wearing these. And I think a lot of younger kids would just completely disregard this shoe altogether. It's not as exciting or not as flashy, but in comparison to a lot of the Nike Soccer X line, a lot of the new Adidas models, they're not lime green, they're not bright pink, they're black and white. They're essentially an indoor or turf variation of the Copa Mundial. The retail price is $95, which is an absolute bargain considering the quality of this shoe. If you want a kangaroo leather upper indoor or turf model, you're not going to beat the quality of this shoe. It's super nice. The leather is amazing. They're very comfortable. It's not a super lightweight shoe. Again, there's really nothing that's technologically advanced about them, but it's a simple design, a classic design, and really, I think one of the most comfortable indoor or turf models that money can buy. So if you're more about comfort and just having that more traditional leather feel, as opposed to having something that's flashy and perhaps a little bit tighter fitting, then this is one of those shoes that I can very strongly recommend. I'm a big fan, and like I said, I have access to pretty much all these indoor models, all the latest and greatest stuff, and really my go-to are these classics, the Copa Mundial, sorry, not the Copa Mundial, the Team Mundial, and the Copa Indoor when I'm playing indoors and turf, not testing out new products. As far as actual cleats go, obviously use these a lot this month. My playtest video recently went up. These are the Adidas A16.1 primeknit. This is a shoe that really surprised me. You guys obviously saw a lot of my content on the laceless Pure Control model. I personally was not too crazy about those, but I have to say this is a dramatically different product and a very good product at that. If you're looking for a knitted shoe with a quote-unquote mid-cut design, this is, for me personally, my favorite of everything out there, whether you're talking about what's on offer from Adidas as well as what's on offer from Nike at the moment. They're just super comfortable, very natural to play in, really no break-in time required, and really comfort is the key feature here. There are lighter options out there, there's more responsive shoes out there, but I just really like how this shoe fits and feels. It takes almost no time to get used to. And again, if you're looking for more info, I'll leave an annotation on screen to my playtest video, so you can go ahead and check that out. So I'll put that over to the side. And then finally, the last pair of shoes that I have in my bag are these guys right here. This is the Adidas A16.1 in the synthetic upper variation. I didn't get quite as much time in these as I would have liked to, mainly because I was testing out the Pure Controls a lot this month still. And obviously a lot of time went into the 16.1 primeknit, but this is a very good shoe as well. This is going to be probably the most underrated of the new A16 models. It's super light. It has basically the same upper as what you got on the Ace 15.1, but a little bit more thinned out. They changed the shape dramatically, mainly due to the new sprint frame implementation with the sole plate, but they just fit really well. They're super comfortable, and if you're looking for a thin synthetic shoe that isn't super thin and isn't necessarily super narrow either, this is one of those shoes that definitely is worth a look. I think it's a really good looking shoe personally as well, and again, it's one of those shoes that will be very, very underrated pretty much for the entirety of 2016, but a very solid option if it has what you're looking for. So that's pretty much it for the What's in My Soccer Bag video for February 2016. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. Again, all the items that you saw in today's video you can pick up for yourself by checking out the What's in My Soccer Bag page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. Other than that, if you have any questions at all, leave them down below in the comment section. I definitely will get an answer out to you. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.